we're going to make one of the popular dumplings that people order at Chinese restaurants. It's called Potstickers, but some people might know it as gyoza in Japanese restaurants, but most people will probably know it as Potstickers. Those are the dumplings with the crispy edge where it sticks to the pot. That's how it gets its name. Now, I actually eat a lot of Potstickers, but I have to admit that I've never actually made it at all. This will be my first time. I checked out some recipes online and looked at some cookbooks, and they always made it sound really super easy to make. So I figured that if I can make it on my very first try, then it'll probably be easy for you guys to make it too. So we'll start with the filling. It's usually traditionally just pork and green onion or scallions, but I'm going to add a little bit of other ingredients that are sort of my favorite things to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. So here I have a pound of ground pork. I'm going to season it with some black pepper and a pinch of salt. Not too much because I'm going to add soy sauce later too. So get that all in there. So the other things that I'm adding in is, instead of green onion or scallions, I'm going to add leeks. I've seen some other dumplings with leeks, so I thought that it'll be interesting. I think leeks has a nice sort of milder flavor to it. And then I have 2 to 3 dried shiitake mushrooms that I rehydrated and I've diced up. Now everything I'm adding in here, I've diced up a lot because I don't like to eat really lumpy ingredients in the dumplings. So I make sure that everything is really small and really chopped up fine. And the last thing I'm adding is water chestnuts. I put this also in my wonton, and again I put it in the wonton and now in my woti because of the texture. That nice sort of crunch, I think, is sort of a nice little texture to have when you're eating a dumpling. After I got all the ingredients, I'm going to season it some more. I'll put 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then I like to put Shaoxing wine because that just gives it a nice sort of interesting flavor and sort of more body to it. And just a tablespoon. And then that's it. So here we have our filling. Mix it all up. Now that we have our filling done, we're ready to wrap our dumplings. So we start with getting the wrappers. I just buy this at the Asian market. Look for the ones that says Potstickers, or like this one says gyoza, so you know you got the right one. They're always round shape. You have to get out of the container without breaking them. They're round like this. And then when you're ready to make it, you want to make sure you have something to help seal it. So I have here an egg wash, which is just basically an egg mixed up with a little bit of water. I grab about a tablespoon of filling. I like to make it kind of plump, but you don't want to make it super big or else it'll be hard to close. And then you just basically put the egg wash all the way around, because this is what's going to help you seal it. Now you can also use cornstarch with a little bit of water. That also is a nice sealing. And sometimes actually you could just use water too. Now this is always the tricky part. I've seen some women on TV who make tons of dumpling and they're really experienced at it. They're really good about closing it up. And it always looks like really plump dumplings too, because they put a lot. So I'm always amazed when they're able to do it. So now you close it up, and now what you're going to do is you're going to crimp it to make it like a half moon. Starting from the center, you work out. So we're going to start from the center and then work out to the right. And then all you do is just fold over it. 1, 2, 3. And then the same in the other direction. 1, 2, 3. So then you have your woti, or your dumpling. See? So can you see it? So now I have several to make, and I'm just going to make sure that it has a flat bottom so that when I put it in to the pan, this is the bottom part, is going to be nice and flat. So not bad for my first try. And that's how we do it. Got a lot more to go. Okay, now that we've made our pot stickers, we can now cook them. So you use a non-stick pan. I have this nice Teflon saucepan. What's good about this pan is it has a cover, which you'll need to cover and steam your pot stickers. But I like it that it has a glass cover so I can see and check the water. So first what we do is we warm up some oil in our pan, about 2 tablespoons. And I've got it up on high heat. What we're going to do first is brown the pot stickers on the bottom, and that's how it's going to have that nice coloring. Okay, now that the pan is hot, make sure the oil is everywhere. We're going to add our pot stickers and pan fry the bottom, so I'm just making sure that I'm getting some oil on the bottom of the pot sticker so that it'll help sort of fry it up. So we're going to cook this about 2 to 3 minutes to sort of get that brown bottom. I think that should do it. So I've got 8 in my pan right now. So we're going to cook this to get the golden brown bottom, and then we're going to add about a cup of water and then cover it to cook about a couple of minutes. I can see a little bit of the browning happening on the bottom, so I don't want my pot stickers or gyozas to get really dark, so I think it's about ready now. I'm going to add the water, and then, since there's some oil still, it's going to splatter, so I have my cover ready to cover it really fast. It's been about 8 to 10 minutes, and then the water is pretty much evaporated now. And there's my pot sticker. I'm really hoping it's cooked. I'm going to let it cook for another minute just to sort of dry out and get the bottom crispy again. And then I'm going to plate it up, and then we're going to see how it turned out. Alright, here's the moment. We're going to see how my pot stickers turned out. It did have a nice golden brown searing on the bottom, which is nice. And for dipping sauce, I'm just going to do what a lot of restaurants do, which is they just serve it with some red vinegar. This is red rice vinegar that I get at the Asian store. So why make something fancy when you can just go with the basic? So here we go. My dumplings, or warteep. See how it turned out. It's cooked. That's good. Not bad. For my first try, it's pretty good. The skin is kind of thin, which is nice. I probably could have filled it more to make it more plump, but it's a little hard to fold. But not bad for a first try, and pretty easy, huh? So if I can do it, you can try to do it too. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. So get yourself onto my website, and you can get the recipe and the instructions. You can just watch this video to see how I did it, and then you can make some for dinner tonight. Enjoy!